I think it's 3 o'clock. It's the 3 o'clock hour. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, one and all. One and all. Yes. So we got somebody in the room. I'm going to put on a little lip gloss to kind of help me. Right, Source. What do you have? What do you have for us today? So it's our weekly meet, and we just want to see what Source has to say. Okay, so we got our Love Oracle deck. It's a must-have, and not just always about people searching for love, but love is definitely a part of our ascension, and it's the highest vibration there is, right? And we got our Angel of Atlantis Oracle deck. And we have the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans. And I do have this on our website on this baby. And she's still holding on, right? Okay. Neat Florida water and something to cleanse with. Hey guys, who's in the room? I just want to greet you. I'm going to type. Are we live on Facebook or on Patreon, or is this YouTube?
That's the only way we can go live. Patreon is going through YouTube.
Oh, okay. Is there anybody on Patreon?
YouTube can't see it because we didn't share it that way. It's only for Patreon to see.
That's good. That's what I want. But I'm just saying, how can we? Did we get Florida water and
I'm looking for the incense, the charcoal and
you could just do the we'll just do the sweet grass or something.
Okay.
Something real quick. Okay, all right. So we don't have any posts. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think I was waiting for her to bring in our incense, and we'll just start burning those when she comes in. Is there any Florida water or no? Okay. All right. Welcome. If those of you are just coming in, we're just doing a daily forecast, maybe a weekly forecast, depends on how you want to see it. And we'd like to burn our eucalyptus along for purification. The element of air to help us with intellect and our knowing. And so we'd like to be on point in all things. This journey is basically about ascension and seeking knowledge. Okay. We call upon the elements of life from the north, south, east, west. We call upon the gods, goddesses of the earth, protecting this earth realm. We call upon our archangels, those that descended into this dimension with us and that guides and leads us, protects us daily. We call upon our spirit guides, our power animals, and our spirit animals. We say thank you to the cosmic elders who are always warring in another dimension, okay? We're ever so grateful. Go through these decks and give us divine enlightenment for those of you that will trickle through the room. We are definitely here at the Apothecary and Botanica, so our time will not be very long with you guys, but just want to share some divine information and insight with you. Okay, so I'm going to do the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans. Ancestors give us a divine, given it to, find their divine self and learn to work with the gods and goddesses of this plane, of this that governs this plane. Okay. Can't give anybody your power. We definitely honor and respect the presence of the unknown, both divine, feminine, and masculine, light, darkness, whatever you want to call it. It's divine and it's sacred, and we honor it. Okay. And do remember that there is no good or bad, right?
Yep.
So divine light, and what we have to start doing is conditioning ourselves to see it that way. If we say it long enough, we'll start applying it to our daily the words that we speak, our emotions. It's all about deprogramming out of the matrix that we're in. A lot of us are just so used to doing daily routines, whether it's to get up, meditate 5 minutes, do your daily affirmations, go on this so-called job and hold it down for whoever it is that you're looking up to or that's giving you a paycheck, to be of service to others, but do not allow your light to be dimmed in supporting them for the rest of your life. Okay? Because you know you're going to have to repeat it, right? If you don't do what you need to do, you got to come back through. It's so in any university. Okay? Now, that's life in general. Where did they get all this from? It's the plan and order of the universe. And some of you, after you get off that job, because that's all it is, that person could tell you today, I don't need you, and then you're handicapped, okay? And you got to find something to do. So then in other instances, some of you will get on the phone and you'll gossip, and too much negative talk and gossip is not helping you. It's not helping you. And that energy is affecting everything around you. And you could call me crazy if you'd like, but I'm just giving you what source is saying. So one card did flip out, and we're thankful for that. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. Best, whether it's intentional or not. When I say not, I mean that you're doing something every day, not really putting much thought into it, but because you're doing it and because because habit does create results, that's the non-intentional I'm talking about. And for those of you that wake up and you basically prepare your day through your affirmations, you too, this is very beautiful. And for those of you that are saying mantras and honoring deities and goddesses, and you're seeing some divine things happening, this is you. But now for some of you that have been on the wheel and you're just reaping some good karma, and that time is about up. So you'll probably go on the side where you're going to hold the wheel up for somebody else, or you'll struggle to stay afloat. So it cycles, y'all. Nobody gets worried about that. Don't go saying, oh, I hope it ain't me. Well, hey, we all have to have that at some point in life. Not just about money, but your fortune in general, whether it's your health, whether it's your mindset, whatever it is. I mean, it's going to be, oh boy. You already got yours ready?
Yeah, I need it one more.
It doesn't matter. You could just do two if that's what you're feeling. We get out of that old phase where there's a past, present, and future. Whoever does that. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so the card I pulled from I got a new deck, and it's a Sacred Vision Oracle card. It's like a shaman deck. And with this particular card, it talks about intent. And this is a white buffalo here, and this is a prairie dog. But what it says is, when paired with this card, which is evolution, so rejoice, and the Game of Thrones is good, but now it's time to change your routine up a bit. You may have to do something different to see more of the reward. And after all, and when the hard work has been put in, you'll be able to rejoice. And this is also ascension because of the butterfly. And this is your birthing period for it. I don't know if y'all have businesses or any type of projects you're doing, but this is also for you birthing that business for it to become a beautiful butterfly. So it's saying that it's going to take time, but don't worry because the reward is right around the corner when paired with this card.
Okay, very nice.
And the two directions is north in the color white and south in the color red. So number 5 and number 20.
I can see what that's saying, because when you talk about red, you're talking about the root chakra being grounded, being stable. So you do have some sure footing there. And then you talk about the white being the north, right?
Yeah.
A sand. And so that's the assurance in those cards. Kind of sort of what we've been talking about here.
That's
Go
exactly
ahead.
it, because it did say that evil, when you get to that place to where you really trust and you don't see, like you just said, negativity or positivity, you don't see it that way, you just see it as part of life. Because it says that we take energy from Mother Earth every time we wake up and do anything. So the way you deal with the energy that you take from Mother Earth is essential. And it says evil has no place here when you get to this evolution. Rejoice.
Ooh, that is something serious. And so a lot of us feel like to give up drama and to give up those, that's it. This is this card. To give up that drama, that ruin, that place of ruin, and where you've hit rock bottom. Now, when you see this card, it appears to be a very ugly sight. I mean, this is nothing that this buffalo, is this a buffalo again?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Yeah, it's about clear at this point. You can't think, and you're down, and you're out.
Because shoulder like they're screaming for help.
Yeah. So this is for somebody, you feel like you have really hit rock bottom, and it's like you can't really. There's nowhere where to turn, and it's designed to be that way because, again, with this Wheel of Fortune card, it was your time to have that load. You were holding that wheel up. Whether it's a karmic cycle or whether it's just your turn, because that's how the universe goes in cycles, right? Like we have birthdays every year, it's a cycle. So same thing, it's a cycle when it's time for you to be that person that just feel like, hey, things are just really on the downside. But there is hope, as she mentioned earlier, this place of ascension. This place of ascension. But you gotta, how do you get there? You gotta hear about what's to come, or if anybody's gonna throw you worse than you already are. No, they have nothing to do with this, because when you become grounded and connected with Earth, she protects you, and there's nothing that could stop. There's nothing that could stop you from moving forward. This is that card. So here's melodrama. I'm going to read it to you about what Kim Krans has to say, although we did a really good job breaking it down as simple as we could. But we also like to honor those that write the decks, the oracles, okay, behind the decks, okay? She says here, when the 10, I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. Yeah, she says here, when the 10 of Swords appears, you finally hit rock bottom. You've let others walk all over you while you play. Nobody pays any attention to you until you get to this place and you're able to speak out. So this is what you do. You play the victim in hopes that things will change. And so it says, is it possible that you love the backstabbing and drama too much to move forward without it? Because guess what? If you weren't there, then what would you do? You're called to do something far more greater. Because you're comfortable here screaming from the bottom of the hill and people coming to your aid for attention. It's time to find out. So Spirit is saying the wheel is turning and you're about to be out of this place. You have no choice. I see this being a divine plan of the universe. The divine plan of the universe for you to get here because it's karmic relationships. And then when you realize that you can't stay here any longer, you got to do something different. Your wheel, your fortune's about to turn. So this is really, 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 really powerful, guys. It's really powerful. Then we turn right into the Mother of Pentacles. Okay. When I look at this card, all I can see is loving kindness.
That's Monique. She said she was talking about the event on tomorrow, and she was saying that she was thinking that she wouldn't been able to go because she felt like she wasn't able to do the class she had just started yesterday. I said, don't stress yourself out. Calm, because you already, you need to calm because there's going to be some good energy. But at least you put the effort into doing it. Don't stress yourself out over it. Oh, you didn't get to do it for 7 days straight. 1 week.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. She's doing all that she knows how to do to keep the household up and bring in harmony and unity. It says there's potential for her identity to become wrapped entirely around her children and her home, which leaves her needy and attached. But I'm here to inform you, whoever you are, you've done a great job for your family. But Source is saying it's time that your fortune turn. You've been holding the family up. Literally, you're at the bottom, doing all that you know how to do, protecting them, making sure that the house is clean, that everybody has everything they need, washing, cooking, running errands. You just doing everything, but you've lost yourself. You don't even really know yourself past being a mother and a wife. Source said you don't even know your gifts because you're so caught up into your children, whether they're grown or whether they're, knee-high to an adult. That's all you know. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's because you've watched your mother do it and your mother's mother, and it's a generational curse. It's a wonderful thing to love the family and to care for the family and to be that strong, loving, domestic type person. But Source is saying now it's time for you to find out your true purpose, far past keeping up the house and being that domesticated lady or woman. Okay. So it says this is the cause of most of her turmoil. So at some point, you doing all this for everybody in the house. At some point, when you're down low and in need, you're going to get upset. I take care of everything for everybody. Don't nobody take care of nothing. See you doing good and you make that shit look like it's something off a doggone out of a magazine, the good old housemaid. And they don't ever think you need anything because you've taught them that you do it all. Don't take care of me. I don't need anybody. You've taught them I am the one to take care of you. So now you're living in a turmoil because you've raised them to be selfish. I can identify with that because a lot of times in my life, I'm like, how the hell did we get here that nobody even noticed that today is a day that I just need somebody to simply say, hey, I appreciate you. But that's not their fault. Turn it back around on yourself. Say, how did I get here? Because you got to turn that all the way around and say, you know what? The people that I've been carrying that's over the age of 18 now, I got to just cut this shit off and invest in myself and do for me. Okay? And let them be. Let them have their own light. Let them have their own energy. Let them be able to figure it all out. Let them be able to do so. I'm talking to myself and everybody else that has that type of domesticated, loving, Pentacles, patient spirit. with the family. Yes, it's good to keep things afloat, but sometimes you just got to be like, okay, now I got to really concentrate and focus on my health, my mental clarity, my physical well-being, like we're doing. Sometimes, well, the house is okay, but there were a time when our house was spick and span. You could come in there and lick the floor. And then there are times now where we have to focus on our self-health and self-care and be like, well, shit, we'll catch up with it tomorrow. And after a while, we're going to end up hiring somebody to come. Anything that you fed them now is now in fruition. You see them growing and prospering because of your words, your affirmations, your meditations, and all the spiritual work you're doing around the house. The good meals that you're cooking them, they're all healthy, fat as a tick. But then here you are, as a healer, you're suffering because you cannot identify who you really are because you're tied up into all that. There's more to you. There's more to you, man or woman, whoever you are. I don't like to put this to women because I know it's some men out there that's doing the exact same thing that we have to do. This is just a spiritual experience that some people are going through and cannot really identify it because you're in the forest with the trees and you don't see. But it's seers and it's people like ourselves that can stand outside and just identify you need to come out of that position and start loving and caring for yourself. Find your divine purpose, get out the mix of your children. Because a lot of us, even though we're adults and our kids are grown, we still live in the shadow of our children. Whether it's a daughter or whether it's a son, we see ourselves, well, maybe she'll push the agenda further than I did. Or maybe, oh, look at my daughter. She's doing so well. And you just kind of gave up on yourself. Or look at my son. Ooh, I'm going to help him find a woman. You need to mind your business. And if you did a really good job, you'll pick somebody twice as awesome as you are. Okay. It's time for you to focus on yourself because your card has not been canceled out or pulled. Okay. You're still amongst the land of the living and you do have purpose. It's time for you to focus on your purpose. And that son, that daughter, those adult children can sow now into what it is that you like to do. Take some of the weight off of yourself. I don't know who this is for, but it's going somewhere. And if you know somebody that's in that situation, you might want to tell them, hey, come over and take a look at it. Come over here and I need you to hear what the oracle is saying. Okay, we're going to chant. We're going to do mantras and we are excited. For those of you that are on that detox and you feel like you cannot make it, you got 24 hours, honey.
It's almost over. We're going to celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Celebrate good times. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Celebrate. Hey, we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to celebrate. It's all right. Hey, we're going to have a good time tonight. We're silly. Pray. Hey, it's all right. Come on, celebrate good times. Come on, dum 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 dum. Woo! Now, I'm not a singer, but I can. Okay, I pulled more than I thought I was gonna pull. Wow, friendship turns to love. Okay. Yeah, that's Archangel Uriel. She speaks today to us, which is very beautiful. And then we have a finances and career love card. And this is basically saying for somebody, your financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And how many of us do know that finances put a big strain on love? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you something, because if you're carrying a financial load and your lover is making peanuts or is not employed, the first thing the lower self tries to see is that that person is doing nothing and lazy and, you know, you are in a place where you need help. No, you are in a place where you are divinely blissed. That's what you are. And sometimes in life, you carry that load. You may have to carry that load, but it's no time to point fingers. Always go to a point of gratitude for what you already have. And then ask the goddess of wealth or more than enough to assist you, not in a place of poverty, but in a place of I'm grateful for what I got and I just need more. How about that? Okay. And then there's an attraction. Somebody's attracted somebody. There's some lust. There's some things going on and you feel it. It's very hot and heavy. You attract romance, love by enjoying this moment fully. There's nothing wrong with you being divinely connected to somebody and longing for them or longing for them. Okay. I think I said the word wrong at first. So if you are that person and you've been hiding it, your feelings, I think it'll do you just a little justice to go ahead and let the person know, hey, I mean, I really care for you. Sometimes our ego get in the way and say, oh, she may not feel the same way about me. I'm going to look like a punk if I tell her, or I'm going to look like beauty. Just like if we were in the park and we were walking in the park, we were to see beautiful sunflowers and they caught our attention and we were to go over to them. We're not trying to rate those sunflowers or do anything crazy and absurd. We're just simply admiring their beauty. And it's nothing wrong with saying, oh, you are absolutely gorgeous, simply divinely made, and every touch of you was created by the divine. Okay, so it's okay. Let's not pervert things. Take it easy. You've been taught a lot of garbage, making you feel ashamed to express yourself a lot of times, whoever you are. But please take note. It's okay to be attracted. Just because you're attracted to somebody doesn't mean that's a soulmate. That means that something caught your eye and it felt awesome and it looked awesome and it's okay. Say what you say, mean what you say, and then gather yourself. Balance, okay? Now, the last one is somebody's being deceived. There's deception. Ooh, somebody is wearing a false self-mask in a relationship. And then when you get off the phone, you're breaking down and you're like, damn, I said something wrong. I should have. You know, that could be that, or this could be the person that you're dealing with. They're not who you think they are. And you feel it in your gut. And I don't even know if this is somebody that you're entangled with, maybe legally married to, and you thought, well, hell, we were going to make it. But now I realize that this man is not who he say he was. He's not pursuing his journey. He's not changing, and that's okay. But I am. So this is when you go into your divine corner or closet or pose in yoga or stance in meditation and seek answers, because the divine source, energy, nature, spirit has a message for you. This person is not who you think they are. Here's another, on another note, ladies, be very careful, because we're watching at a rapid pace women getting involved because they're vulnerable, not having self-love, or because they're still healing minds, or how we can vibrate things. Is someone coming in?
I like that.
Okay. And you end up falling for that person or liking them, and then he be abusive to you, and you're like, oh shit, I got myself in a bad place. I stuck my foot in the ant bed. Yeah, that kind of thing. So let's not look at what people actually look like just in the natural. It does count. I will not lie to you. Nobody wants a person without teeth. Nobody wants a person that stinks or look like they've been through World War, I. Everybody's looking for somebody pleasing to the eye, but dig deeper. Go beyond the mask. There it is. Go beyond the mask when you're dating these people. Seek out the nature and the heart center. And I promise you, Source will show it to you if you set intentions and go in meditation. It's just you being able to pull away after Source shows you something, because that's what a lot of us deal with. Source will show us, and then we'll go back and go to a reader just to get what we want to hear. And then a psychic told me this. I had a dream that it was like this, but that psychic told me it was like this. And girl, I'm just going to go on back because I know that he is the one. No. Trust your inner self. Stop going to psychics and readers. It's an inner God in you doing the same thing that the psychic does. She just take time out her day, use her gift, does it every day, so it gets awesome every time she uses it. Like us, you do something every day, you're going to be hella good, okay? And you trust them, and you take their word over yours. It's time out for that bullshit. I do readings, but go within. Always go within. And if you need confirmation, we'll read you, but we'll always tell you, follow your instincts. It will never lie. These cards are just like a temporal state. When you call me, I'm picking up. All I'm doing is picking up your energy for right now. If you go in meditation later, your energy can change. Or if you get in a fight later, your energy can change. For us to elevate, oh my God, it's time to elevate. This shit is not funny. We got so many trifling people out here right now, y'all. And it is damn right scary. If you don't center yourself and connect mind, body, and soul holistically, if you don't do that, I promise you're going to fall off your rocker, because 2020 is giving everybody the business. All right. So somebody said we're in a retrograde. I'm like, what retrograde? I ain't felt none of that. So maybe I'm in that place where the ascension, where the planets align with me.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Okay. Go ahead, Courtney.
So, friendship card from Archangel Uriel. So,
okay.
One thing I noticed about it is the I is above the friendship. All the letters are straight across, but the I is out. So I feel like this is saying you got to be friends with yourself first and be easy when it comes to meeting people. Don't be so hard on people.
Self-love.
Yep. And just being friends, getting to know each other's energy. And if it is meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, then it's not. But it does have a mantra you can say to unfold. It's an unfolding mantra for the second chakra, which is the sacral, to open that energy up or loosen off the buckles that you have placed on yourself or any resistance in it. And it says Hoo, H-O-O. Is that right? Healed by angelic elixir. So say that every day. If you're wanting to, bring in new friends, meet new people, say this every day and become, friends with yourself first.
Or our friendship turns into lovers. Yes. Oh.
So this is a good card.
Rounding of the ends first and figure people out. That should be a lot of fun.
All right.
Okay. Now, once you see a red flag, believe it. It showed itself. If a person show you that they just murdered somebody, you just walked out of a store and a person went in there and shot the store up, he walks out and then wants to give you his number. You're scared. You take the number. Why would you call him? Then you just witness the fact that he just shot somebody. That's the kind of energy that you definitely want to avoid. Not maybe I could save him because we don't know what drove him to this. Or he gave me his number for a reason and he let me live. This is stuff that happens in real life. So I'm telling you, when a person is raggedy and you've seen them, you've witnessed a guy mistreat your friend years ago, 10, 20 years ago, and all of a sudden you guys reunite, meet each other again, and you're like, hey, and he's like, hey, how's your friend doing? You're like, oh my God, I hadn't seen her since you guys stopped talking. Well, damn, you sure look good. Oh, thank you. You don't look too bad yourself. Is what the gentleman is saying. I mean, you saying to the gentleman, and then he asks you for your number. And you're like, I can't do that. You used to mess with my girl. You want to enter in. I'm just going to tell you now, you don't want to deal with that kind of thing. That doesn't count. Instead of saying, yeah, we did. And I was very fond of her and really admired her, but we had a lot of growing to do. It counted because you guys share energy. I was going to call and say something, but a bad name that I don't want to use on a public platform. But I'm going to tell you something that matters because you share energy with her. So listen to people. Sometimes we want to hear what we want to hear till we dismiss so many words. People can say a conversation because we want them to say something like, I love you. We miss the fact that they've said things are going too fast. I'm not ready. You just want to know why later on? We could do it now. He just told you things are moving too fast. He's not ready. That right there should have been enough for you to just later on don't even matter. Those first two things are moving too fast. Maybe
That
later
is true.
on
That's
is
true.
enough for you to just say, I honor it, I appreciate it, and you're absolutely right. It is, and I thank you for this. See, sometimes people come in your life just to be a teacher, just to be a teacher, just to simply tell you, slow down, you pull up too harsh, you pull up too fast, you're too heavy on your pull. Calm down, calm down. If you would embrace that friendship, that angel friendship card, and maybe friends with yourself. Well, what is that? Because people like friends with yourself. Let me help you. Stop lying to yourself. Okay? Because you don't want not one of your friends lying to you. When I say lying to yourself, stop telling yourself that you're ready for certain situations and you know you're not. Like you got the divine picture of a brother that's awakened, but you ain't even open your chakras up and heal you. Although we heal each other, no problem with that. But the mere fact that he got to build his trust with you and help you heal. You know how some women, they done went through a lot of hell and these brothers come in their life and she calls him, you acting like my ex. I don't think that. And why you doing it like this? My ex used to do that. Your mindset. See, that's what I'm talking about. You say you want it, but you know you ain't ready for it. So you don't lie to yourself. You got to learn to love the pure bad worst thing about I'm too fat. Oh, I'm too skinny. Oh, I wish my feet were smaller. Shadow, embrace it. Be grateful. It's okay. There's only one pair of feet that look like yours. I can promise you that. All right. And there's a lot of heavy women, but you're the only one that's, probably millions of other ones are saying, I want to be skinny, or I don't like my size, and I don't want to know. You got to learn to say, you know what? I'm okay with me, and embrace yourself. That's a part of being friends with yourself. The other part, apology, reconciliation. If there's a friend that you ever have known and y'all had a disagreement, it hurts you to your heart. And you carry that pain for many years sometimes. And it stays there if you don't ever see that person. You could just always go back to have a conversation about, oh, yeah, I remember when she did this. She took my man, girl, and she did it right in front of my face. And me and her ain't never talked. And you just rattle on about it. Well, guess what? What the spirit is saying is that you need to come into reconciliation with yourself. You've allowed people to do all kind of dirt on you, and you just took it because you felt like that's what you're supposed to have done. You've been taught, to love your neighbors as yourself because you put that first, not understanding how it's worded. Love thy neighbor, see, as. So you're supposed to already have a relationship with yourself in order to love your neighbor. You feel me? So that makes you, because you don't listen, you just think you're supposed to be loving somebody and forsaking yourself. That's the biggest lie. And I just broke that up. So reconciliation, if you got a good friend, you knew this person was good to you, the day that you guys parted, you missed them, you want to find art. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Love Angels on Venus. And we thank the Unknown Tarot and also the Sacred Vision Oracle cards, because this was truly a message and it was a word, and it's already 45 minutes in, and we want to say thank you. Now, I don't think that any of you guys were able to show up today, and I get it because you have jobs or whatever. But again, Courtney and I want to at least put a video up a week and also give you your readings just to make sure we're on it. But I want to celebrate those that are about to be on the top of the wheel, because this is the last card I'm going to leave out with. If you'll hold that for me. And so it says destiny, a change of course. This is a card of change of course. And so it says whether day or night, right? Because you can see the darkness on top and the light at the bottom. The wheel of fortune is always in motion. So this wheel never stops. So you can just imagine how the wheel's turning in all of our life, and at what pace we don't really know, but we know it's turning. Some call it our fate, and some may say it's your destiny. It's possible to go for months and years without feeling its presence. You see what I'm saying? That's why we don't know the time, because it can go years and can go months. But when this card appears, the eye of the wheel is fixed upon you. Okay? Don't be surprised if there's a change of course heading your way, something you'd least expect. So something you ain't been expecting. So if you're playing the lottery, it may come in the form of a gift. Okay. Or you've been waiting to hear from the doctors. Bam, you get an awesome call. Okay. But it's your fortune. It's your fate. Okay. So it says here, whatever happens to you during this time, know that it's bringing you closer to your life's purpose. So this is not going to be just you just getting some money and going to spend it. No, it's going to be something riddled with purpose. Purpose is all around this gift, all around it. So I see if you're a healer, or if you're a person that's a reader, just see yourself, or if you're a medium of any type, because we're all mediums, it's just different types of mediums, begin to see yourself on top of the wheel, and the wheel fixed on you. So that's basically all I had to say. Again, we thank you so much for choosing Yava's Botanica and Apothecary, and for supporting us from day one on Patreon. I know we're getting really thin, but I don't feel it's time for me to let this platform go, because another thing, certain things you cannot say on Facebook now. They're really, really watching us. Put a lot of our people in Facebook jail. Okay. And not that this platform is any better, but I feel like I have a little bit more room to discuss some things. And so this will be our platform if we have to, for whatever reason, come off our Facebook pages. Okay. So just want to thank you again for supporting us. And we see you as our soul tribe. And if you have anything that you want to talk about personally, I ask you guys to leave me a message so I could kind of cover some of that. And we didn't get any response, but it's okay, because again, I know you're busy. It's not too late to leave those messages, and we will respond in a timely manner. Again, we say thank you from the Oracle Angel deck, from the Oracle Love deck, from Sacred Oracle Visions, and from the Wild Unknown Tarot. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.